What is going on, Amazon sellers? Happy Thursday. I hope that you guys have had an incredible week so far. Welcome to the How to Sell on Amazon Ask Me Anything, the Q&A session, where I will take your questions and help you any way that I can with anything regarding Amazon, online arbitrage, retail arbitrage, you name it. I will help you out. My name is Chris Grant. You may see me across social media as Clear the Shelf. And hope you guys are ready to dive in. I've got a tip for you today, something that I think not a lot of people think about, or I've never really seen talked about, but it's a different method of rabbit trailing that most people don't go down. And we'll talk about a couple of different things with you guys for that. Now, I do need your help. If you have a question, don't worry about if it feels like a beginner question, it feels like an advanced question, whatever you've got. Bring it to the chat and I will try to answer it. Hey, Syed, what's going on? And EB, what is up? Hey, Corey, what's going on, man? Glad to see you. Kent, 36 in Iowa. That is crazy. It is, it's in the 50s here in sunny Central Florida. And I am, I got to be all bundled up. It's crazy. I cannot do that. All right. So we've got a question or two here. First one is Dennis. Hey, Chris. Sorry I didn't catch the live yesterday. Did you happen to find out about the 25-inch box rule for FBA? I did. So I was mistaken. I thought that you could still put in regular-sized ASINs, but you can't. A box is allowed to exceed 25 inches if it contains a single oversized ASIN that measures 25 or longer than 25 inches. It's not supposed to be much longer than that. They give you like 2 inches to be able to put in some dunnage and things like that. But that is the answer. And those box dimensions are strictly enforced, that they say. All right, let me pop this off of here so I can share my screen in a moment. Okay. Chris, what did you do to overcome your inauthentic? Did you kill it on the first try? I did not. Killed my latest inauthentic on the first try. It actually took me 3 different tries on this one. I did nothing. So when I send in the invoices or receipts for an inauthentic complaint, I send them in and I annotate them before even the first try. So I annotated them. I made sure to add in the title from Amazon and point to the product, the quantity and point to the product. I also make sure to, add supplier information, even if it's already listed on there. I will highlight it. I'll add the supplier information written in type, and I use red, and it sort of is offset off the page, so it doesn't look like I'm trying to alter it. It's very obviously annotated. I highlight the tracking number, the confirmation number, everything that they need. And they kept sending me emails saying, hey, the tracking number is not on there. Yes, it is. I've highlighted it. I've, made sure to point it out. And so I just got someone who either was trying to get through as fast as they can or wasn't paying attention. On the third round of the exact same documentation, got it taken care of. Lorenzo, do you still have that SOP course? Yes, we still offer the Keepa SOP course. Absolutely. Oh, fantastic. Corey, got your first Voorhees letter, achievement unlocked. Yeah, absolutely. You should. I'll tell you what, I don't know if you're on, Twitter or anything like that, Corey, but you should take a video of that and post it somewhere. That would be fantastic. Do you have any recommendations on getting business credit started? Yeah, there are a couple of different places that are great. American Express is good. I've got American Express card. Which card do I have? I've got the Business Plus. I think that's the Blue Cash or something. That one is a solid one. You're going to be able to get 12 months no interest on that. I like Chase cards. Chase has some pretty awesome cards. They've got one that usually has a better sign up bonus. And they have another one that'll also give you 12 months interest free. If you can swing it and you don't need a credit card and you can do a charge, or no, it is a credit card. Sorry. The Platinum American Express card has a sick sign up bonus. Buddy of mine has a list of the best business credit cards, and I don't know the link to it. Bear with me one second. Let me see if I can find the link to it here. Sorry, bear with me one second, guys. And I'm not going to be able to find it here. I'll get it for you. I'll get the link, but he's got a link to the best business credit cards, and Tom knows everything about business credit cards. Is the interest that you were charged on your business credit card deductible? Yes, absolutely. Chris, have you ever had an instance where you've actually responded to a Voorhees letter? I thought it was off the email address on the letter. So in your particular case, no, I've never responded to one of those ones. If it's something a little bit, like if it's a draft lawsuit, I might respond to it. But if it's just a regular old letter, no, it's gone. Hey Juan, what's going on? Paulie, glad to see you, man. Hope you have a great time with your daughter. Yeah, and Kent, it's a the business platinum credit card. It has 250K mile bonus on it right now. It is on a 20K spend over like 3 months or something. Uh, we don't have that credit card. That may be the next one that we get. I haven't really decided yet which the next one is. I it my credit score just went up today, and so I was thinking about it, and I was like, yeah, maybe it's time to get another credit card. Um, but yeah, I don't think for many Amazon sellers a 20K spend over 3 months would be too hard. Uh, Jane Go 23. Hey Chris, is FBA still worth to start in Canada? Yeah, absolutely. Canada is still a good market. It's not nearly as big as the US, but there's still money to be made there. I've got lots of friends who are still making a full time living up there. Hey Rodrigo, what is going on? Okay, let me go ahead and share my screen with you guys, and I will share a little tip with you. And then, of course, if you guys have questions, drop them in the chat. We'll make sure to get to them. A couple fewer people than normal, so going to be a little slower than normal tonight. But let's go ahead and pop this screen share on there. And I when I shared this video, I said I was going to share a new method of rabbit trailing. And now we came up with this lead. You can actually get this. It's not 13.19. It's actually 10.50 once you put in the coupon code and all of that stuff. But this is 10.50. You can sell this over on Amazon for about $22.32. Makes about $4.55 in profit. You might be able to pop that price up just a hair because it does have a merchant fulfilled seller in the buy box right now. So might be able to pop this up to around 23 or so on this listing and make just a little bit extra off of this. Okay. But the biggest thing, in my opinion, is rabbit trailing. All right. This is a fine lead. The price is nice and steady. Goes up and down quite a bit through here. That's fine. Not a big deal. I'll take those sales when the price pops up like that. But when I talk to people about rabbit trailing, some of the easiest methods of rabbit trailing are, of course, looking up here at the top. If someone viewed this item and Amazon says, well, they also viewed this item, I can go ahead and take a look and see, do any of these look pretty good? Now, these are priced very low at $9.99. Okay. Excuse me. And so I'm not really interested in selling these. And then the next easiest spot is, of course, to come down here, look at the products related to this item. A lot of these are very inexpensive. And we scroll down a little bit further, and of course, we've got some more. These are all going to be Delta branded products, so prices are going to be a little bit higher. It looks like Amazon is on quite a few of these. All right, doesn't necessarily mean it's not a go. And then, of course, we can keep scrolling down, and there's going to be even more products down here that we could also take a look at. All right. And then the second thing we can do is, of course, we can go to the page itself and we can say, oh, well, we can look at these other items as well. There's an American Standard, and we've got another Delta here and another wrench right here, and so on. And we can scroll through all of these and rabbit trail these as well. And then finally, one of the other things people will talk about when they rabbit trails, they'll say, hey, you should go and you should look at all of the brand for this item. Okay. And yes, they absolutely should do all of those things. But one thing that gets lost in all of this is the kind of product this is. If someone is going to buy, and I didn't know exactly what this was because this title is very bad on Amazon. But once you look here, you can see that this is an aerator repair part for a faucet. Okay. And it does 1.2 gallons per minute. So what we're going to do, and we can see right here at faucet aerator. So what we want to do is we want to go over to Keepa. We want to go to the data section. We want to go to product finder. And rather than looking by brand or anything else, we're going to go to the product title section, and we're going to look up that keyword. All right. We're going to look up faucet aerator, faucet aerator. And now there are 16,154 of these on Amazon, okay, that have faucet aerator in here. We could even pull out faucet and just put aerator, and there's 46,000 of those, okay? Well, we're going to leave faucet on there. Yeah, I spelled that right. Oops, didn't mean to go there. So 16,154 of these faucet aerators. Now we know that we don't want these ones that are $9.99. These are probably private label products. So we don't want these. And I really don't want to be selling stuff at the $14 range. This thing's $23. That's probably about as low as I want to get it. So we're going to look for items where the current buy box is $23 and above. The 30-day average is $23 and above. And the 90-day average is $23 and above. Now we're down to 2,800. We could pop in some sales rank in here. I'm just going to say under 500,000. The reason I'm going so high is because this is in tools and home improvement, and this category is pretty large. All right. So I'd imagine most of these are going to be under that particular category, and you can go a lot higher in the tools and home improvement category than you can in a lot of others. Now that we've done the sales rank and the buy box filters, we're down to 103 products. Now, I could go in and get even more granular and say Amazon out of stock, number of sellers, et cetera, and so on. But I think I can go through 103 products pretty quickly just by using this type of keyword search for the type of item that we're sourcing. Now, I'm going to skip over a bunch of these because these look like private label brands, okay? But let's keep going here. A lot of these are private label. Niagara is not. Niagara, I believe, is, oh, it might be a private label brand. That's a good brand name. I was hoping we would see some Delta. There we go. So we've got another one here. Okay. Now Amazon is on this, but we can see that it does sell. It's at $27.60. Can we find this fairly easily on Google? Let's go ahead and take a quick look. Excuse me. Oh, what was that? 42SS. Well, yeah, it's on Zorro. It's not going to be profitable at $21.19. Is that the same one there? This one doesn't look the same. Anyway, we'll pop this one open. I don't believe that's a match. All right, RP613. Yeah, it's definitely not a match. My bad. but this one looks like it is 61342SS. So not going to be profitable, but the way this works still stands. So we keep going through these. We could even go back and just put in the word aerator. Okay. And we've got Gerber, we've got a few other in here that we could take a look at. Okay. So rather than just taking the time to look for these items here, look for the items down at the bottom of the page and check the items at the bottom of the page on the supply site, make sure that you're also going down the keyword angle as well. It is way too low-hanging fruit. You may be able to find it on the same website that you're sourcing. You may be able to find new places to source from as well, which will be incredibly helpful. All right. Okay. Let me pop in here and grab some other questions here from you guys. Any recommendations for tools that are needed for starting Amazon in Canada? Do I need tactical arbitrage? Hey, you don't need any tool other than Keepa. That's the only thing that is an absolute must, in my opinion. A calculator of some sort will help. It makes life a heck of a lot easier. Whether you're going to get RevSeller or Seller Amp. Now, I am a fan of tactical arbitrage, but in my opinion, you need to learn the Amazon ecosphere, how to source manually before you start adding in some automation tools like tactical arbitrage. Hey, Derek, I noticed that the sales count is not accurate on my inventory page in Seller Central. Is that normal? Yeah, that is fairly normal. You're probably going to want to pull your reports, or you're going to want to head over to whatever tool you use to keep track of your inventory and check there. But I have found that sales count is hardly ever accurate on the inventory page. All right. Any other questions, thoughts, or concerns for this evening before I let you guys go? Yeah, well, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, IP alert is great, but again, that is something you can do without to get started. It is a good tool though. And full disclosure, it is something that we created. So, all right. Before I let you guys go for the evening, I do want to tell you that on January 23rd, I'm going to be doing a webinar, probably the biggest webinar I do this year. It's called the Infinite Lead System. I'm going to show you guys one single method that will make sure you never run out of ways to source leads. And if you can look in the video description, you can get registered at cleartheshelf.com/webinar. We're actually going to be doing 2 webinars that day. I want to make sure everyone has the chance to hop on live and ask questions. We're doing the first one at 2 p.m. in the afternoon, Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to do another one at 7 p.m. Eastern. We'd love to have you there. It's going to be a great time. What can I do with hazmat approval? I applied like 10 months ago. There's nothing you can do other than wait. You have to wait until Amazon approves you for hazmat to send into FBA. Other than that, you can merch and fulfill hazmat items right now. Where will you post about the credit card? I'll bring it back tomorrow, but I'll probably also post it in FBA Today, and I'll post it on Twitter as well. How long do shipments take to get checked into FBA once they are delivered? That depends. There's no right answer on this one. But once it gets delivered to Amazon, you really should have it checked in and emptied and delivered to Amazon or unloaded. Should be within about 14 days. But there could also be some FC transfer in there that can take a little bit longer. So I wish I could give you, hey, it takes 14 days from the time you ship it until it's ready to sell. But unfortunately, I'd be lying to you if I said that. Is the second one live or just the first one? No, both webinars will be live. I will not be doing them on a replay. It's just going to be live at 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to answer people's questions. And I know we're going to have a lot of them. I know we've got about 600 people signed up so far. I would imagine that number will go up as I shoot out a couple more emails. Kent, I appreciate that, man. I try. All right, guys. A little bit of a slower day today, about 20 minutes in the books, but I'll be back tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. I'll answer your questions again, and I'll bring you another tip of the day. Until tomorrow, guys, have a great evening, and I hope you guys absolutely crush it. Have a great one, everybody.